So at the top, and by top I mean bottom, at the bottom right position is the teal Zerg. We do have Liquid Drone. And at the top right position is the purple Protoss. We have Domi at 1989. So, yeah, ZvP action to start the day. I like it. I like it. Get my overlay all sorted. I was trying to do this just now, but thought I was having some sound issues. Alright, seems good, man. Seems good. Actually, is this round of 32 or round of 16? We might have gone backwards. So this is actually round of 16. Now it says add area to our friends list and join through the friends list. That would also have been a good idea. But if he was already in the game lobby, would he have been able to see my friend request? Like, he would have to tab out to the Battle.net app unless it was on a separate window. Which I feel like default it's not on a separate window, so it would have been likely for him not to see that in time, maybe? Although I guess I could have just told him. I could have just messaged him about that. Anyway, we're on vertical spawns here. So Mr. Domi 1989 is gonna have a look, see what's going on. I don't actually know who Domi is, but my first choice of game, Wallace versus X, was actually, or would have been delayed by 10 minutes, which is not great. And interestingly, Drone sent his first Overlord left instead of up, which is quite cute because many Protosses nowadays actually send their first scouting probe here to look for the Overlord. So, you know, if Domi had done that kind of thing, he could have gotten bamboozled by this unusual Overlord scouting pattern. I don't know what this probe thinks it's doing over here. I mean, I'm pretty sure Drone knows this is here, right? Yeah, he knows this is here. He's like, what are you doing over there, Mr. Probe? Get out of here. Ooh, Nexus first. Okay, so since Domi actually scouted the 12 hatch super early, he actually goes for a Nexus first PVZ. This is actually correct, but this is actually not something I've seen. Like, this looks very funny. It's not something I've seen in a very long time. This is bad, by the way. I'll talk about this in a second. Zergs don't very often go 12 hatch in PvZ nowadays, because, you know, you take a lot of damage from the gateway expand, you are at risk of getting cannon rushed, I think is actually the bigger one. Maybe I shouldn't say you take a lot of damage necessarily from gateway expand, but it does make it a little bit trickier to deal with. And Domi is just going mental here. Like, the normal wall in, this is correct. Normally the forge is above here and the gateway's above there. Like, this wall has a gigantic gap, and the forge actually isn't providing anything in the wall. So I'm curious about why Domi's built this here. I mean, like, sure, this looks cute, but the lings aren't coming from the bottom anyway, so that doesn't really make any sense. Neither does the gas deal, to be honest, because the Zerg already has the natural, so I'm not really sure what he was trying to accomplish there. But that's alright, we trust in Domi. I mean, to be fair, Domi is using strats from 1989. I mean, back in 1989, I don't think I would have been this good at StarCraft, you know? I mean, you know, he's still building roughly the correct buildings. So, you know, this is some seriously old school strats here from back in the day. Hey, it looks like Drone going for some 4 hatch, possibly 5 hatch. No gas. Going for that mass Hydra build. And it looks like Drone is actually going to see this slightly strange looking wall here. Yeah, he is actually going 5 hatch, no gas. Huh. Oh man. Oh man, I have nightmares about this build, man. I used to play a lot with a guy called LRM No One. Or IC Cup No One, and he used to do this build all the time. It's such a pain in the butt. There's like so many Hydras that come out in the mid game. It's actually insane, and your Corsair doesn't really do anything. Although maybe that's just me. Now, interestingly, Mr. Domi went for the core, but hasn't actually gotten any tech here. He's just gone for a second gateway. Is he not even gonna get a Citadel? I mean, surely you either want a Stargate or a Citadel. Like, what actually... I guess you get a Robo as well. If you really want to be super hardcore, you can get a Robo. To be honest, against 5-hatch no gas, opening straight Robo actually wouldn't be that bad. We even saw Boneth do that against Eon Zerg, right? Because Eon Zerg kept busting his front, so Boneth's like, you know what? I'm just going to rush Robo at my natural and rush Reavers. And it actually worked out pretty well for him. It looks like we're going to have Citadel action here for Mr. Domi. And more gateways. This, again, is kind of like a strange-looking building placement. You don't usually see it just plopped on the left side here, but that's okay. I don't... like, this is not necessarily bad. Alright, C Taco says that face when born in 1989. Oh, man, do you think that's actually what that is? Oh man, that makes a lot more sense, I guess. Huh. I don't know why that was so non-obvious to me. For some reason, 1989 in my head seemed a lot older, like historic, than it actually is. I mean, this is like, so that means he's just like a year older than me. It's not that long ago. I mean, I guess it is, because I'm pretty old, but still. Alright, what do we got going on over here? It's like, he is actually getting a Robo, and he's apparently getting Goon range. So he's going to do the classic Speed Zealot, Range Goon, Reaver timing attack. It was a very popular build back in 1989. I was actually trying to think who's a famous person in 1989. I can't think of any. I mean, in my defense, it was a year before I was born, so it is what it is. All right, here we go. We're going in. The Zealot Dragoon attack. Look at Drone. He's like, oh my god, what's happening? What is this madness? The 4 Zealot, 5 Dragoon timing attack. It's actually, Drone's like, huh? What? He's got a sunken. He's actually gonna flank though. That's gonna be really bad for Mr. Protoss. Oh man, his units are also AFK, which is also bad. Although you could argue that rather than being AFK, these units were the Vanguard, or the what's the group of like the army thing that guards your flank? That's not the Vanguard. The Vanguard's the thing that goes in front, right? What do you call it when you have like a group of guys guarding your flank? I don't know. That's what it is. Alright, looks like we got observers here from Domi. Well, there's no lurkers though. Is there even a lair yet? Yeah, the lair is actually finished. Okay. But I think Domi's gonna die now because he's got no High Templars. And that is a lot of Hydras coming at him. Mr. Domi with the 1989 strats is unfortunately going to fall here. 2 drone in the first round. It is a best of 3 though, so we're gonna get to see some more classic Domi strats. Oh no! The Dragoon was even stuck here. I mean, at least he's got detection, so he's got that going for him. And poor Mr. Domi shall be slain in game number 1. Anyway, at the top right, as the brown Protoss, we will have Domi 1989. And as opponent at the bottom left, the Teal Zerg Liquid Drone, aka TOT Eriador, aka the Ran Dominator. I'm gonna say that every time because this is just an awesome ID. Anyway, got a good old classic lava trick going on here for Mr. Drone. And let's see how Domi places his buildings this time. I mean, Jade has a narrower entrance than Circuit Breaker, so if he wants to go like pylon and gateway and the forge in the back, that's actually not terrible. Here, you can also, I mean, I think a better way to do it is pylon in the back and then forge and gateway like this. But we shall see what kind of strats, what kind of walls they were using in ancient history. Oh, wait, he's coming back. Wait. Okay, so wait, he sent his probe out as if he was gonna make the wall, and then for some reason changed his mind. And then he was like, wait, if I build the pylon in my base, I don't need this probe to be at the natural. So he started pulling it back, but he's like, oh wait, no, but I actually need to scout. See, did you guys see that? There was like an entire thought process there that we could see from Domi. That was actually quite cool. That was like the, you know, all of a sudden change your mind about what build you're doing in the middle of your probe moving out. See, usually, this sometimes happens to me, but in the opposite way. So I'll be just kind of like spacing out in the beginning of the game, and I'll forget to send my probe to build a pylon at the natural, and then I'll be like, well, guess I'm going one base against Zerg, and then I'll go all in. Just do a 3-gate goon all in. Anyway, it looks like it's actually going to be 2 gates here. Not a huge fan of this placement. He could have placed it like here and let his zealots get out a bit faster. He could even build them here at the natural as like a semi-wall, so he can still expand behind. Yeah. Again, not a huge fan of this placement, but it's not the end of the world. Interestingly, Drone has gone for a 12 hatch again, which means this could potentially be quite effective. You can see the second gateway is going to finish well before the spawning pool. The spawning pool. However, they are cross map, which is suboptimal, especially since Domi increased the distance even further by building his gateways kind of in the back of his base, or I guess technically in the side of his base. So the first zealot's going to come out. Drone did send a drone scout. He's going to see 1 zealot. That doesn't tell him that much yet, because it could be a gateway expand. When he sees nothing here, now he knows. So he already knows at this point, I think, that it's, well, I guess technically it still could be 1-gate tech. Now he knows it's 2-gate. Now he definitely knows it's 2-gate. So he could, now the question is, he could cancel this, but does he feel like he needs to, given the distance between the bases? He might feel like it's fine, you know? Like if this was close positions on Python, close ground positions, I'm pretty sure you would want to cancel that 3rd hatchery and just immediately make a sunken. But due to the distance here, I don't think it's actually quite as serious. And now it's definitely not as serious. Definitely should not be losing those first few units. You need to wait for the next 2. Imagine if he had 3 zealots and 2 probes here. He could actually easily fight these Zerglings. But now he's actually kind of in a pickle. Domi, Mr. Domi is in a pickle. Run! Get back! No, these guys should be running forward. No, wait. Those guys should be running forward. If he had 4 zealots here, he could actually fight this. Only these guys should be running back. The other guys should be running forward to help out their buddies. So it's kind of, come on guys, you're supposed to fight now. All right, wait. Focus fire. Nice focus fire by Drone. Picks off 1 zealot. And looks like we're going with the tech transition. No expansion, which is fine. You can turn this into a higher tech 1 base all in. And a lot of Zerglings being made by Drone. You can see on the middle of the map. Oh man, he's gonna catch the zealots. Oh no, the zealots are all split up. They're not even standing next to each other. Man, these zealots just hate each other. They did not want to be anywhere near each other while fighting these Zerglings. You know, these zealots, they're supposed to work in packs, man. You're supposed to work as a team. The teamwork. Where's the teamwork? Happy face. TT. Unlucky, Domi. You tried, my friend. You tried. And unfortunately for him, he is going to fall now to these Zerglings in his base. Slightly unfortunate control from Mr. Domi. It's alright. It's all good. So it's probably not going to finish in time. Oh no, the Artosis pylon! No! Artosis! Not like this! Oh, sad. Sad times. GG and good luck in the tournament. Liquid Drone takes down the solid 2-0 victory to advance to the round of 8.